Good evening, my local drones. This is Bio Gundam, and I am back again for another video. So today's video is going to be another episode of Biomechanical Podcast, and the series we're going to be talking about is Irresponsible Captain Tylor. And here to help me is my two favorite minions and a new guy. So introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Kaiser Shounen. You probably remember me from the Boku no Hero reviews, and I'm here to talk about the Master Strategist Tylor today.
I'm Lonecrit, Bio Gundam script editor, who you may know from various miscellaneous videos with Bio Gundam in them, and I am here to talk about the most awesome moron in the history of anime.
And I'm CodeBlazeFate. You may know me or probably don't know me from my anime list. I'm a reviewer there. And as like these guys said, we are here to talk about Irresponsible Captain Tylor!
Okay.
The idiot with the devil's own luck.
Or a master strategist who knows the way of strategy.
That should be,
And also, just for you folks at home, keep in mind that the show that we are talking about, get this, was a light novel adaptation. Yeah.
Before the year 2000.
So yeah, we basically found a light novel adaptation that is one of the best of its kind before they became popular. Hooray.
Woohoo!
Pre-Haruhi and pre-Boogie Pop.
Well, I wouldn't say...
There is Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Oh, that is true.
So we found like the second best light novel. We found the second best light novel adaptation. Yay!
So Boogie Pop was just okay. It's not really all that good, but that's another discussion.
I didn't mean best, I just meant it's at roughly that point in time that light novel adaptations started to pick up in frequency.
Okay,
let's make this distinction. Are you talking about the OG anime or the new one?
He's talking about the OG.
What new one?
He's talking about the OG. Yeah, there's a new Boogie Pop anime that came out this season.
By the way, if we're talking about amazing light novel adaptations, Loki, gotta mention Kino's Journey 2003, the only Kino's Journey.
Yeah.
The only Kino's Journey that you would ever watch, Lonecrit, there's a distinction there because you've got to define it.
The 2003 one.
It's the only one. Yeah, the 2003.
Okay, people, let's go back on script. So Code Blaze, why don't you talk about sort of like the premise of Captain Tylor, and then we'll just go from there.
Essentially, I mean, this utter rando, 20 years old, he's like, hey, I saw this movie. I mean, I saw this ad for the military. I really want to live a cushy life. So he somehow manages to smooth talk his way into accidentally becoming the captain of a battleship.
By accidentally, by the way, exploiting the fact that an interview AI didn't have certain responses programmed into it, and therefore he forced it into malfunctioning.
Via the power of smooth talking.
Yes.
Via the power of being
he made an AI fall in love with him. Like that is some master keikaku plan right there, man.
See guys, 2D waifus can care about you. You just kind of know the right
I love
things
the part
to say.
where it's like the AI is blowing up and everyone's like with guns and they're like running in with guns and stuff. And it's like there's a railgun spy here, and Tyler's like walking out and he's just like, oh, and the recruitment dude says like, oh, don't worry, we're at war now. Just fill in the paperwork. And then like Tyler goes to work at like the pension office for like
5 minutes.
From like pension officer to captain of the battleship.
Yeah, by the way, I don't mean to correct you, Kaiser, but I mean to correct you, Kaiser. Tylor was using VR software in episode 1, so we can assume that while said waifu looked 2D to us, she was in fact in 3D.
We will never know.
Okay, this isn't the time to be pedantic. You gotta be like Tylor, okay? Don't stress the details.
Just do it.
Just do it!
The first
excuse me, correction, unless they involve chicks, then do stress the details.
To be fair, anime could exist in that universe. We never know.
Assuming there's like a globalist utopia, I doubt it, but you know.
But then if anime was a thing in this universe, why would it have the same, why would it look the same as stuff of that world?
Yeah, some animated things try to look the same as our world. But
it's called shitty CGI. So, So
what I
after
was gonna
Captain
say.
Tyler, like seduces an AI and works at the pensions office, what happens?
First love interest. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
After all that shit happened, okay, so he was basically tasked to deliver basically deliver a letter to a retired admiral, and around that time, the admiral's apartment just so happens to get raided by a couple of Ralgon soldiers posing as protesters of the war. So we got ourselves a good old-fashioned hostage situation.
And what?
And
Were there Algon soldiers?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe they were just crooks, but either way,
Yeah, me too.
not the important part. The important part
Pretty
was the
sure
fact
they.
To correct you, Kaiser, Tyler wasn't tasked with delivering the Admiral's pension. That's just something he decided to do all on his own.
But that's
He
not
took initiative.
Dude, that literally doesn't matter. The point is, he's trying to deliver it to him, and that's what he's doing, and that's how he got roped up into this situation.
Yeah, the
important-
specific circumstances of how that happened, though, were pretty funny. It's like, oh, the general is in that house that's being under invasion, but he's over there. I'm a take pension now.
And the important part is not that, but the actual hostages, aside from Tyler himself, since this is where we're introduced to the Admiral's two granddaughters, who are going to be twins. And also...
Yeah, but they're side characters, they don't matter. The really important one is Yuriko Star, one of the show's three mains, the second most important of them, that is basically the sort of one of the straight men to Tyler's antics, along with
Excuse me, straight woman.
No, straight whammon. Get it right, Kaiser.
Fine. Potato, Hakuna Matata. Anyway, along with the goat straight man, the military man that keeps getting undermined, Lieutenant Makoto Yamamoto, who low-key has one of my favorite personal themes.
Yeah, that dude is fun.
Dude.
He's just like, Captain Tyler, you're against regulation. And everything Captain Tyler does works, and he's just like, fuck.
Yeah, except by the way,
so great.
except
It's
like when
like
he has this
really-
one moment where he decides Tyler's awesome and he's gonna do anything, and he's just gonna do everything like Tyler, including running full speed into an asteroid belt.
Cool. But like,
With the very express reason of Tyler would do it, so I am too.
yeah. I mean, at that point, they were pretty much in a position where they kind of had no other choice, but yeah. Anyways, what really sells Yamamoto in the series is just the sheer performance and the expressions that he has. Like, it's been a while since I've seen a comedy anime that actually succeeds in over-the-top comedy, and it's brilliant.
Just like, imagine a straight man who is somehow more over the top than any character in the series. That is
Exactly.
Yamamoto.
He makes Tyler look he makes Tyler look sane by comparison because he's so like straight and narrow. Like he's like, oh, there cannot be no deviation, and Tyler's all about, oh, we're gonna deviate off a cliff.
Indeed, you can't deviate from social norms.
He's literally just, relax, I got this.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
because
he's
Tyler knows the way, and Yamamoto
Right.
can't see that.
And that way, apparently, is act in every single situation, just like it's the most normal, mundane crap ever.
He is so nonchalant. It is priceless. And let's actually get into
Yeah,
that.
basically,
Tyler's
basically, like, okay, people, think Tyler is basically Japanese SpongeBob. He's literally.
Oh my god, that's
what he
actually
is.
very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically SpongeBob, but even more carefree, and voiced by the one
Correction,
and only
he's
Crispin
Japanese. Wait, correction. He's Japanese SpongeBob if he were pothead.
Freeman.
You mean if he were also Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Actually, no, that
he's
seems legit.
SpongeBob-
Combine Patrick and SpongeBob, and you have just the wacky Tyler.
Yeah, except like SpongeBob and Patrick don't have like the authority of like a military captain, which Tyler does have.
Also, neither SpongeBob or Patrick are voiced by the one and only, the illustrious Crispin Freeman. who is the
By
best
the way-
voice actor, and I will fucking fight you.
He is
He
one
is
of
the
the
best
Tyler-
voice actor.
Wait
He
a
is the
sec.
best voice actor because his voice portrayal of Itachi was just bone chilling. And Hellsing
sec.
Ultimate.
I just want to mention, by the way, that Tyler isn't actually a captain. Yes, he is the captain of the Soyokaze, but captain is a completely different military rank that's above Tyler's. Tyler is actually a lieutenant commander. Just saying.
Yeah, well, he still has military rank, and I love the fact of like all these higher ups are saying like, "Oh, you can even make a fool of the military," and he makes like a fool of them every single time.
Like
Yeah,
that
the
one time he
admiral of
drops
the
the medal
military-
that somehow leads their entire base to being attacked, while Tyler's fine.
Yeah,
And meanwhile,
because
he is
like
somehow
I'm pretty sure like. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
And somehow he's accidentally the most competent member of the entire military.
I
Right.
did say earlier,
It-
devil's own luck.
Heh.
Yeah, and like
You mean
also like the admirals, like the admiral and like the other dude, I forgot his position, but who cares? They're basically the guys.
They're both admirals.
Oh right, they're both admirals then. Okay, like
They're
they both pretty much tried to sabotage Tyler just for how much of a friggin' aloof
How much
douchebag
he
he
pissed
is.
him off.
Yeah, and he's pissing off the military because, well, he's fucking Tyler. But and like every single time, it ends up either blowing it up in their face or actually helps save Tyler from Railgun attacks.
Doesn't he get like more promotions? Like they just keep on giving him military promotions.
No,
they
he
didn't
doesn't actually get
necessarily
more
give him
promotions. In the beginning, like in episode 3, he gets promoted, or in the end of episode 2, he gets promoted to lieutenant commander. And afterwards, during just like the whole show, he's just the captain of the Soyokaze. And then in the final episode, I believe he either gets or in the final episodes anyway, he gets the opportunity to be promoted to captain, or just generally captain of a new ship.
But let's save the whole
Oh,
discussion
also,
later, because man,
sorry.
those are goat.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Also,
Man, at
there
the
was this
funeral,
one
though,
time during like
when Tyler was walking by with the flowers and he's just singing, gut-wrenching.
We should probably
Yeah.
include a spoiler warning somewhere.
I'll put it in the description below. It's fine. Like people who
Yeah,
watch this
because as
channel and
we
read
all know, everybody reads descriptions.
yeah, and the only people who are going to watch this are people who know about Tyler anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
If this video gets any traction whatsoever, I will be truly amazed.
I will
Yeah.
do my to make sure it happens.
Well, the domestic
and,
empire
like,
is gonna
before-
wrap it up.
On Mal.
Yeah.
Posting
Like,
on Mel and
Holy shit, I forgot. Did I rate on any list yet? I think I did.
Guys, Captain
Sure.
Tylor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Okay,
Captain
so-
Tyler, let's actually focus a little. We should probably get back to the main character himself, because man, I believe we talked
Yeah,
about-
my theory is that he's actually like an actual brilliant tactical genius, but he isn't like arrogant about it. He's just super chill.
No, I'm pretty
no.
sure he's just an idiot.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
pretty
the
sure he's
series
just a big
incredible job
idiot.
of allowing this particular discussion to happen on whether or not he's really just an idiot with the devil's luck and the silverest tongue ever, or someone who's secretly a genius, without making it obvious either way.
Yeah,
I'm going
because
with the thing
like,
that he was. I'm going with the thing he's a genius.
well, he's a good conversationalist. I can tell you that much. He can pretty much make.
I'm not
friends
like
with
he's an
almost
academic
anybody.
genius, but like he's not like an academic genius. But I think as far as like social or like how people work, like he's a genius in that aspect. Because like think about it, he like under his command, like loyalty increased among the crew. The crew was running quite efficient, like even running better than it's ever been in years. I mean,
Yeah.
the,
And
all
also,
these
he
crew-
managed to like, freaking convert a Railgun spy on the ship into joining his side.
He
basically.
also
Through
got-
the power. Wait a sec. He
King of
managed to
the
do.
power.
Wait a sec. By looking only at the results, you're ignoring the point. Part of the point of the series is the disconnect between results and methods. The way that Tyler achieved to convert said Railgun spy is just by being an absolute moron with no comprehension of consequences.
While still somehow just being an incredibly chill and good person.
Well, how about the say where he got the railgun empress to fall in love with him?
Princess, but yeah. And
By
that's
being an
Empress,
idiot.
like
Empress.
5 love interests he has over the course of the series. minus the AI that blew up. Rip her.
Yeah, if we discount her, we have, let's see, the Ralgon spy, the twins, one of the other lieutenants, and the princess.
Well,
So yeah,
I
5.
don't.
Oh, and
I don't think we should really count the twins, mostly because they
They're gonna
only
count as one
show.
person during dojins anyway, so.
they do come onto him probably the hardest, though. And let's also not discount Yuriko Star. She does sort of kind of have those feelings for him too, especially later on.
Yeah, doesn't the like entire crew like later on go like rogue and try and save Tyler? Like,
Yes,
when he gets captured around like the third quarter of the show.
yeah, but he gets captured quite a lot, and it's just like that's where I think he's a genius, because like he's made this crew of like ragtag bunch of misfits like loyal to him to the end, so loyal that they're gonna break military regulations, which even the straight man decides to break military regulations to save Tyler because he believes that Tyler is worth it. I mean, you have to be some sort of genius in some
yeah.
aspect.
To be honest, I read that more as Tyler's retardation just screwing with his mind.
I mean, why not both?
Tyler is blatantly an idiot, even if he's still incredibly good at what he does. Most likely,
he's the second best idiot. Noboru Takizawa from Blazing Transfer Student is the GOAT idiot.
Yeah, I love the part where like he gets captured by the Railgun Empire, and that captain's saying like, "Be careful, Captain Tyler is a man who's a tactical genius, full of brilliant plans," and he's like chilling like a villain, just staring at these Railgun politicians.
He's just sitting there like, "What the fuck? Okay, I guess this is happening."
And this,
by the way, gentlemen, I just want to mention
getting one of those commanders killed, so no wonder they fear him.
Hey,
gentlemen, I just want to mention
when it was
the big space battle at the end.
yes.
You mean that?
You mean the most awesome staring contest ever?
Yeah. But it's like before that, let's not also forget the fact that he more or less baited an entire armada of Ragon soldiers is getting blasted to hell
By the freaking sun. Like, no, not a sun, a star.
Okay, no, not that one. The other one. At the
Right,
end,
the other one, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
4 or 5
know.
episodes from the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was around like the halfway mark when that happened.
Like, no, I think it's like I think it was episode 10 or 11 where he does the thing with the star and the entire fleet. And then a couple of episodes after that, he gets captured with the Railgun Empire. And then meets the princess.
Not that one. Not that one. The one in episode 21, where he gets given full military authority.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was great.
That of an admiral, and then it's the two fleets closing in on each other. And then I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but it was amazing.
I was just trying to highlight the other one before we.
Wait a second. Aren't we already spoiling a lot, anyways? So why?
Yeah, but come on, hold it back a bit.
Nah, there is no hold back. Just go full steam ahead like Captain Tyler.
Besides, like I said, the only people who are going to watch this... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the plan is to get more people to watch this anyway. But yeah, I was gushing about it.
By the way, I just want to say that Mr. Cynical made a really awesome video about that.
Yeah, it's Master and Slave morality. Captain Tyler is the Ubermensch of being a lazy person. You know, he represents the Master morality.
He made this really awesome video called The Genius of Captain Taylor.
Yes, I know, I've seen it.
Where he managed to spoil every major event in the show while deliberately avoiding the actual context completely. Spoiling the show, but also not spoiling the show. It was amazing.
Yeah, well, so anyway, so the time where he like goats an entire fleet, that was great.
And let's not forget
and completely by accident
used in that scene, and the sheer tension that dragged on for 11 minutes and was exhilarating all the way. If comedy if comedy was the best thing the show was good at, tension is probably the second best.
Like, you think he's gonna fail.
You
think it's almost like when I was watching this for the first time, it's almost like, oh my god, he can't succeed, and he does. Like, he baits this entire fleet, and he just destroys them without even firing a single shot.
Like, it's literally a chicken game.
Yeah, that's what it is, because their weapons were completely blown up. They couldn't send out any of their fighters or robots or anything like that. And all they had to do was just randomly warp and just run away until something works.
And if they collided into each other, all hell would break loose.
Yeah.
And man, let's talk about the visuals, not just for that one, but in general. These are some of the best 90s visuals I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, this series looks great. Like, I have this
Also,
on
the opening is beautiful.
Oh yeah, we
Indeed.
stay on course.
And seriously, in just like that one episode where the Ralgon fleet is about to clash with the human fleet led by Justy Wacky Tyler, and then those awesome electric effects like in between the flagships of the two fleets. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And
If you're talking
man,
about like the whole steer-off scene when he's like the fleet admiral, and they're like, all ships, full speed ahead, and both sides like full speed ahead, and they're about to clash. You see like the electricity bouncing off and stuff, and you just see like the fleet admiral of the Ralgan Empire staring into Tyler's eyes, and Tyler's like staring at them.
By the way, low-key
Yeah.
most awesome salute ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
so
the
good.
best.
what
Also,
low-key-
that's also the best freaking staring contest of all time.
Yeah, you're playing a steering contest with like millions of lives on the line, and you're just staring at each other while your ships are like parked super close.
Mhm. And that's where that GOAT Final 4-part finale starts.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
again, when Tyler does the salute, and then just the look on Rue Barabara's face when he catches on.
Yeah. Yeah. The show is
Oh, that was
fantastic
great.
at facial expressions, and to be fair, that is especially because those character designs are so damn good.
Yeah, like I like the character designs. Like everyone looks really cool. Like the military dudes are awesome. Like you got this dude with a mohawk, and then you got a dude with a ski mask.
Oh yeah, the Marines.
Let's just pretend.
and
Let's
one of
just
them is
pretend
named
the OVA
Jason.
doesn't exist, though. Oh yeah, he looks like Jason Voorhees. That's his entire deal.
Oh,
By the way,
his
let's
name
just
is
pretend.
literally Jason.
I know. By the way, let's just pretend the OVA doesn't exist because the character designs there look like ass.
And let's
I
also
haven't
pretend
seen it, so I'll take your word for it.
2017 spin-off doesn't exist either for reasons.
Okay. But what
Yeah,
other good moment in this show we can talk
Put
about?
in work.
I think
Yeah.
there's so many good moments that we just have to pick like the best ones out of it. Like one of my favorite moments is like when he meets the Empress for the first time and they get along, and she doesn't know that he's a prisoner. Like he's just chilling
Yeah.
with the Empress, and then instead of being a prisoner, he becomes her pet. And then there's like that scene where she says like, "Oh, I'm pregnant with Paco's child," and everyone's like freaking them out. Everyone's freaking
But-
out.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
actually
And then
leads
also
to a
that
good
fun-
conversation.
Which even
That actually leads to a good Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off, but to add to what Bio said, that actually leads to a very interesting scene between her and Lieutenant Starr about learning the basically about her learning the responsibility of her position as Empress, because a lot of what she says and does pretty much, a lot of what she says and does could either rub off on the rest of her followers and could be the difference between life and death at times. I thought it was a really good scene. A really good arc in
Yeah,
general, because I'm
yeah,
pretty
like
sure
in
that was
episode
only
one-
episode.
In episode 1, when sort of the way she was introduced, when we saw her courageous side, but also the pressure getting to her that she hid from other people, and then her first interaction with Rue Barabara, that set up a really interesting dynamic between the two
Yeah,
of
can
them,
we just
where
say
he was
the
the only one who
characterization?
really
Can we say the
knows
characterization of
what's
this?
going on.
Can we at least
Before-
can we all agree that the characterization of the characters is just goat and on point? Like
Indeed.
it's not in your face about it. Like these feel like actual people. Like this is like a young
Yeah.
girl who's being thrust into like authority and stuff, and she's trying to put on this front of being this strong ruler, but at the same time she's still a young girl. And
She's 16. She's 16. She has to deal with all this shit.
yeah, well, how many 16-year-olds are ruling a kingdom exactly?
Even in anime, not
Yeah.
that many, especially at the time.
Yeah, not that many, to be honest. Well, not that we know about.
Well, there's probably been a
Probably.
few of them, but like
None that matter. None of them matter.
Oh god. And just like, I think the closest comparison, like the most popular comparison for me to draw with, is with the crew of the Gurren Lagann's crew in terms of just
Yeah.
sheer vibrance.
You mean
in their
team-
movies.
Yeah, Team Daigo.
It's a
completely agree.
ragtag team of misfits, really. I mean, that's what the Soyokaze is. It's just full of all these misfits, and it's just kind of like, oh, apparently they're like a really effective fighting force if you have a person who knows how to direct them correctly. Like, just throw the regulation book out of the airlock and just do whatever you want. Like, that's how you command this crew effectively.
And their character chemistry is on point, honestly.
Absolutely. A lot of it
feel like a family at times.
Voice work. Yeah, a lot of it is thanks to great voice work and dialogue that was written in the show. It's surprisingly it's really surprisingly compelling to watch just hearing these characters talk, which
I like
actually happens a lot in the show.
Like, there's this one scene where, like, you know, when the Empress says that she's pregnant, and then, like, all the Marines, like, on this dartboard and, like, throwing darts to determine what gender the baby will be. And they're doing these, like, things. And then the dude with the mohawk's like, what the hell are you guys doing? And he's just like, they're just, like, dicking around. They're just doing this because this is fun.
Oh, man, this show is hilarious. This show is priceless.
Yeah, and, like, there's this other
episode. They pirated it. It is priceless.
Why has nobody mentioned the Ghost episode yet?
I didn't like the Ghost episode.
Really, I liked the Ghost episode. Generally, I liked that period when the Soyokaze, when the Soyokaze crew was demoted, and so they didn't really have any particular official duties. So what would happen was that it basically became even more of a sitcom, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, weren't they like when Tyler went to visit the Admiral again? Weren't they all like praying to all like these religious icons when they get demoted? It's like, God has failed us.
Also, like, yeah, they will make it. They won't make it. They will make it. They won't make it. They will make it. You know, they were doing that while they were pulling on a freaking dandelion.
And they ripped out every single dandelion on the entire ship, by the way, to do that. Yeah.
Only one guy was sitting in the corner doing it, and then the other Marine dudes, like all these macho men, were all like, well, what the fuck are you looking at ass for? Keep doing it. He will make it. He won't make it.
Well, should we talk about like the pilot who's like afraid of women, and then like the twins want to become pilots as well? Because that's a great. And he's like, "Be gone, boss, be gone."
He's not exactly afraid of women. He's just uncomfortable around them.
For that, just to deal with that. I think it was around like
also
episode 9.
Obsessed with pilots.
That was incredibly fun, especially since he had to deal with the two airheaded twins the most, which I think they probably have the best chemistry with either him or Tyler himself.
It's really unfortunate though that they're just complete non-characters. They remind me of Fred and George from Harry Potter. They're not individuals. They're one person, and a very, very non-person-y person at that.
They're two characters in an overcoat.
I think the best, probably the best scene with them is when Tyler's is a misunderstanding when Tyler's like, after they've already like sort of confessed their love to him, he doesn't know it, and he's like, oh man, what am I gonna tell them? And then they just start crying and running away.
I think if I remember correctly, he's just like, oh, you just want us to be friends, and they're kind of like disappointed.
No, what happened was like the members of the crew gave him this porno, and
that was great.
And it got stuck in his VHS player, and he was and it was like being recorded over, and he was trying to fix it. And during the whole thing, 3 girls confessed to him, and he didn't even realize because he was so fixated on that porno not being recorded over.
Yeah. Also, wasn't the Empress in that room as well? And then she snuck into his bed.
Yes, she was.
That was great.
Yes, she did.
That was precious. And also the last part of that episode when basically Mistar and Tyler were pretty much talking about like, hey, what are we gonna do about the Empress? If we hand her over to the military, we could probably get at being demoted and shit. Or it could turn the tide of the war, and he's all like, we'll figure something out.
Does he give her back?
What did you say?
Yeah, he does.
Give her back because
of welcoming him?
No, he doesn't give her
and
back.
And because of that, he comes like
her back.
Yeah, he does. No, he gives her back, and because of that, he comes this close to a firing squad.
I vaguely remember the firing squad episode. And they went out of their way to like bust him out. Everyone, including the Ralgon Empire, I believe,
and Yamamoto.
Yes.
Can we say that Yamato is like the best? He is the best second in command that Captain Tylor could ever have. Like loyal to a fault, despite the fact that he tries to bust hilarious of everything.
It was so hilarious in the final episode when he thought he was the captain of the Soyokaze or something, and he was just making stupid faces, jumping up and down, and then he just takes one step to the left, and he's like, "Captain!"
And then he's just chilling with his glasses, those shades.
I finally know what Kamina's glasses in Gurren Lagann are a reference to.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? Well, I'm Captain Tylor, captain of the Soyokaze. Full steam ahead.
And as if having glasses wasn't enough, weird-ass glasses, mind you, he had a paper fan! Or was it 2 paper fans?
It was one.
He had a paper fan, and then people busting out confetti. And I believe this was before or after the Soyokaze literally bopped down the brand new promotional ship.
Yeah, that was before.
Either way, it was glorious.
And like, there's this orchestral music that was playing over all of that. It was amazing.
Indeed. And of course, they gotta bust out the sake and some of those amazing 90s visuals. Damn.
Hey, sake is the traditional drink when you celebrate. So, like, speaking of, like, the entire twins, I think if they would ever get with anyone, it's probably either going to be, like, the pilot dude or Captain Tylor. But that hasn't happened yet, and Captain Tylor basically friend-zoned them.
He friend-zoned.
I can't believe we're talking about
I'm pretty sure they're like 16.
Wait a sec. I can't believe we're talking Irresponsible Captain Tylor, and we've devolved to talking about ships.
Oh, God.
Well, there is a harem, and we've got to get that out of the way anyway. Oh, let's talk about the nurse.
Yeah, the Railgun's
she's
fight.
funny.
She's awesome. I love her.
I love her as well.
Yeah,
I like it when when she's like first deployed on the ship, and everyone like keeps on visiting like the sick bay because she's so pretty, and Yamamoto's like, "Stop goofing, or stop your lollygagging."
Yes.
Oh, that was great.
I really love it how she goes there thinking that Tyler's this great big genius, and then the reaction she gets from everybody when she proposes this idea.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the scene where she goes into like the bathhouse and Tyler's there, and he's just like, "Oh, do you want to join me?" And she's like she's trying to seduce him, but Tylor doesn't care. He's just chilling in the bath. And he says to like that other lieutenant, like, "You're a code, do you want to join us as well?" And she's like, "Join us," and she's like about to open the door.
Oh,
and then like the nurse like busts out and pretends to do like that fake crying and stuff.
And pretends he tried to sexually assault her when things went south.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And this was before
That's a
she
bit
tried
problematic.
to kill him and snap out of it.
Yeah, she tried to Me Too him, but they can't do anything because they're in the middle of space. And by the way, majority of the crew are male, so no lynch mob for you.
By the way, considering the course of our conversation, I think wouldn't it be a good time to finish up, because we don't seem to be talking about anything much anymore.
Look, okay, basically, this show is great. This show is funny as shit. This show is awesome. If you haven't watched it, shame on you. Go see it.
This show is basically distilled anime.
Did we literally just get a giant burning middle finger to the anime community right now?
Yes.
Yes.
And we are proud of it.
Yep.
Seriously.
Well, the anime community's cancer anyway, so it doesn't, let it burn.
This show is a bona fide cult classic, and in my opinion, this show is just pure distilled anime, especially in the final episode.
Oh,
listen, Captain Tylor is one of the best animes from the 90s. If you want to watch peak 90s anime, watch Captain Tylor. It is the best of the best.
I don't care. I mean, honestly, it's like, if you like comedy or space opera anime in general, or just you want to watch something fun, Irresponsible Captain Tylor is easily one of the best you could ever go for.
You were this close to calling it Space Pirate Captain Tylor, weren't you?
No, that's another podcast. We'll do that later.
To be fair, I almost did that earlier too.
Harlock shitpost.
Yeah.
Captain Harlock.
Imagine, you know what? I bet, if Captain Harlock and fucking Tylor were to ever meet, they would be absolute bros.
Oh, man.
Maybe so. Well, yeah, I think so. Well, maybe, because Harlock's the type to respect people that just do what they want.
Yeah, isn't Harlock like a rebel, and Captain Tylor is just like the break military regulations, and he just throws the rule book out of the airlock because just keeping up space.
Yeah.
We don't need the rules.
Anyway, I think it's time to wind down to a close. Basically, though, my closing statements. Irresponsible Captain Tylor is an amazing, bona fide anime classic and a definite recommendation.
Yes.
As for me, it is one of the best shows you could ever watch for this, just for sheer comedy, and honestly, there's way too much to unpack that I can't. The visuals are so on point, the shading, the character designs, the backgrounds, everything. The comedy is so on point, and the show can be surprisingly dramatic, and it works so damn well. And even if you aren't entirely invested, stay for those final 4 episodes. I know they're a little divisive, but trust me, it is worth it.
Right. Also,
Hey, I
okay,
found that
so
GIF
here's...
where I found the fan GIF.
Nice.
Look at
it
it.
was one.
Look at that dance.
And
Yes.
that animation is so on point.
Yeah,
You
it's,
should have this just play during the entire video.
I actually
That's
might.
great. But anyways,
Chad,
like,
Captain
okay,
Tylor versus.
Oh, sorry, but
You know what's
sorry to
funny?
interrupt you. But
We should make a meme about it. It should be like Virgin Military and then Chad, Captain Tylor.
Yeah, anyway, Bio, your closing statements and Kaiser's.
Okay, my closing statement. This shit is lit and you should watch it.
Kaiser?
But my closing statement is that, like, not only does the show do well in comedy, but it also does very well in actually doing well to characterize the characters in the show. Like, they actually, for as cartoonish as they can be, the show can be surprisingly human and earnest in what it's trying to be. And like, you rarely ever see shows that try to do that these days.
Yeah, a lot of
Especially
modern
for a
shows
comedy.
have seen like a lot of modern shows seem to like lack that human element, and that's why I say that Tylor is peak '90s anime and has that human element which a lot of anime lack. And so
Yeah,
to interrupt you.
and you know, a lot
Okay,
of
anyway, guys,
anime also lack
this
this
is another
genre.
discussion entirely.
But wait, no,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but I'm just finishing my ending thoughts. But basically,
Okay.
just go watch the show, man. Just fucking do it, you fucking cowards.
Please!
Watch the show.
Firing squad along with Tylor, and no one will be able to rescue you like they did him.
Yeah, we'll throw you into a basement where there's no escape.
There is no escape from the genius of Captain Tylor, because Captain Tylor, he know the way.
No, the way.
Tylor is GOAT of all time.
Anyway,
Alright,
I believe
so-
we're done.
Yeah, we are
He's the
done.
hero
So
we
Craig,
need, and not the one that we deserve.
exactly.
To be
All right,
fair,
so
who could
Craig's gonna
deserve
Four
leave.
of us deserve him, though. You only deserve him when you watch him.
Okay. So thank you all for listening, and see you next video. Bye bye.